we discussed briefly about reinvention, right? I mean, how do you stay curious? How do you reinvent yourself, keep yourself relevant?
It's very simple. It's very simple. Fear.
Fear.
That's it. I just don't want to be somebody who is, see, the anxiety is not about, of course there is the anxiety of keeping the company going. Of course it's like everybody has, right? You have it, we all have it. There is the anxiety about earning a living, even though people think that, okay, haan, ho gaya, etc. But I think the bigger anxiety is, are you allowed to practice what you chose to live your life and the path that you chose to live your life through and the train that you boarded, which was in my case the train of being a filmmaker, am I being allowed to practice that? And therefore I think that they kick me off that train, or if I am no longer worthy of being on that train, then I feel that that anxiety therefore is just trying to be on that train rather than, you know, sort of being off that train. Because if I'm off that train, it means that everything that was my way of life and my work does define me, and I wish it didn't. But I wish that, you know, I could say...
most creative professions, I mean, that's how it is.
That's how
the boundaries blur.
Right?
What's the most interesting thing that you're doing right now in your life?
Oh gosh. I think it's not the most interesting, but it's the most difficult. Breathing.
Wow, that's philosophical. That's philosophical.
And more I'm talking in maybe in a philosophical kind of way. But I think breathing is extremely tough. I meditate every day for 20 minutes to 30 minutes. I don't think it helps my character. It certainly doesn't seem to have made an impact on the team that I work with, because they're always saying, Ram, you're too impatient. I'm saying, but the impatience comes from passion and a lack of time. Okay, and therefore I will be impatient.
You have to do a lot.
Exactly. So therefore, please don't mistake, you know, sort of a force. The force is because of impatience. And the big problem with breathing is that it's going to teach you to be patient.
Hard work. In fact, I was talking to some founders and they were like, we do so much because the fear of mortality, right? I mean, you want to do a lot in the time that you have. What advice, again, would you give to directors, creative storytellers of today?
The fountain of wisdom speaketh again.
What to do, what not to do. The voice point.
I think that's. I think that is really the big thing. You know, thank you for being in the conversation so much. It's great to have you there for actually listening and, you know, sort of feeding me and hopefully not getting bored. No, but I think, so when I had done, many years ago, I had done Tata Steel, Ispat Bhi Hum Banate, I had done Spectra Wide, I had done Thumbs Up Bungee Jumping. And what happened was that I thought that I wasn't yet not even a footnote in the advertising filmmakers, production houses book. I thought that, how do I become a footnote in that book? Ideally, I would like to be a chapter. Okay. And so I went to my friend's farm in Kodaikanal, and I was there for 6 days, and it was not a farm. I mean, there was no loo either. So I went there for 6-7 days, and I sat there thinking, how am I going to? So I wrote down, actually, this is what this filmmaker does, and this is what that filmmaker does, and therefore, what shall I do? And then I came back and I told Shumantro at that time, and I said, Shumantro, I'm not going to be a humanist, I'm going to be a visualist. And he said, what's wrong with you? You're a humanist, you should be making human films, etc. And I said, no, I want to be a visualist. I want to be a poetist. And then I started making films, which then culminated in the work that I did. And then one day I called up 5 the creative directors that I knew, and I said, hey guys, I'm no longer a visualist, I've done enough screw up, I'm so sorry. Can I now be a humanist? And then that reinvented my career, because I was defining a voice, and not that I knew that voice, because you're very blessed if you know your voice. Okay, I didn't know my voice, okay. And a lot of people don't know. You have to actively search for it.
Seek it.
And then you have to meet it halfway, and then it's hard, and then you have to write down what your voice should be. And then right now, what I'm trying to do is, and even in feature films, it was Nija Arya, The Waking of a Nation, I have actually managed a voice.
Yes.
I'm not yet a footnote on the cinema map,
Yeah.
but I think I have become a footnote at least on the advertising map.
Yeah.
Okay, and that the reason that I became a footnote on that book, in that book, and maybe yet not a chapter heading, is at least because I seeked out what my voice should be. And I think that is really what is the thing that helped me. And for some years, I'm yet now trying to redefine it. And I'm worried that if I don't now reinvent to a new voice, or at least a voice that may be an old voice but that is relevant, then I will become a has-been.
No, amazing, Ram. Thank you for this conversation.
Thank you for
Here's
actually the
to-
time, the energy, and
Yeah.
everybody over here, the whole
Yeah.
team. It's been great,
Yeah.
and I think more than anything else, it's been a conversation that I've enjoyed having. Conversations exhaust me because I'm not an extroverted person.
Yeah.
None of us are.
Yeah.
Actually, we all had to become this
Yes.
because of the circus management of our lives.
Yes.
We're all introverted people. We
Yes.
want to just be at home and read a book. And so, but
Yeah.
this has not exhausted me. So
Thank you so much. And,
Yeah.
and here's to creating
Yeah.
memories, being in spaces which are scary
Yeah.
and not predictable, and leaving behind emotions for people that they enjoy.
Yeah, so that's it. So let us go out there and sell some feelings.
Yes, absolutely. Amazing. Thank you for being on
Thank
the
you.
show.